Hello and welcome to Hockey Hypothetical, serious answers to silly questions. Each episode we will be taking preposterous scenarios that we've made up from the world of hockey and trying to produce genuine responses to the what-if questions. My name's Jonathan Fernley, I'm here with Stephen Dowson, and Douse, here's our first Hockey Hypothetical. It's the Elite League Playoff Final Four.
Hooray.
The fans are there from all 11 teams. The mascots are there for all 11 teams. They're dancing in the stands. They're out onto the ice. And actually, you know what? They're not just going to have a dance-off. They're going to have a fight. Who wins a fight out of all the Elite League mascots?
Can I clarify a few things first? Amazing. Are we talking like... All right. Is it like a brawl? Is it just like a all-out, last man standing?
I think it's going to have to be because, unfortunately, 11 mascots doesn't fit well into a knockout bracket.
Right, I think that's absolutely fair.
Do we want a conferencing system of mascots?
And I don't think so. And are we doing some, what I would call mascot literalism? So are we also taking into account not only like the mascot, but also what the mascot represents?
You can take this however you think would be best.
Because I know some of the mascots, so I could say, oh, that mascot would definitely beat up that mascot. But I think I should be looking at it like who would win in a fight between a dragon
and a cow.
Well, I think we know already. Like,
the dragon would beat everyone just by breathing fire. Scorch wins this then.
No, he doesn't, because who better to deal with fire than a devil? Like, the devil's like, fire, that's my bread and butter, mate. Don't worry about that. You know, who better to deal with fire than Lightning Jack? You know, who can literally, I imagine, summon some kind of storm to put it all out. It's perfect. Guildford's an odd one, because, again, doesn't need to worry about a dragon, because, like, it's a flame. It's literally somebody on fire. Why is their mascot? Have you ever seen the Guildford? Do the Guildford Flames have a mascot? Neither do I. So I'm going to say they're out. I'm going to say the first one out is the Guildford Flames. I'm also going to eliminate the Milton Keynes Lightning in this very early stages because...
Cookie the polar bear.
Well, yeah. I mean, climate change is on the way. It's screwed anyway. So they're out. Sorry if you're a fan of those teams. But you're also inanimate objects. So that doesn't help me. I mean, animated objects, but you can't fight. Go away. So... well, that leaves us with Scorch of the Braes, Geordie Munro. We've got a coon. We've got a man who used to work in a steel forge. An actual panther. The devil, or one of his minions at the very least. Who am I missing out here?
Finn
McCool, who's a giant, so that's pretty good. And then who do five have Geordie? No, who have the Stars got?
Do the Stars have a mascot?
Okay, they're out as well.
Very low profile if they do.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Stars mascot.
Well, they're out. They're done. They
don't have one.
They don't. Well, not just that they don't have one.
If they don't have one, they need to be made more high profile, given that we don't know who they are.
Well, the other thing is, it is like again, if we don't have a mascot, we got to go for a bit of mascot literalism, and therefore, I'm not having a literal ball of
burning plasma.
Burning plasma. No, I think that's a bit wrong. So, we have left in this melee. We have a cow. I don't think Clangus is going to do very well here. On the base, and I love Clangus, and Clangus comes armed. You know, got the horns and all the rest of it.
That shouldn't be underestimated.
I'm not underestimating it, but I don't think Clangus has a good start. Is all I'm saying.
I also think Clangus is one of the more intelligent of the mascots.
Oh, you think it would just be like...
I think Clangus is a smart fighter.
I don't think they're the first ones out by any means. But I can't see him going all the way, because at one point, somebody's going to realise there's a cow in the corner.
Jumping with a pitchfork.
Yeah. So
Beef burger, anyone?
No, well, that's it. So that brings me to my next animal, which is the panther. Now, panthers... Pretty dangerous. See a panther, don't stick around. So by that kind of thinking, I think they've got to do better than Clangus. What is the panther called? Paws, of course, obviously. And then you've got your two. and I'm going to use this term very lightly, you've got your two humans in there, of Lightning Jack, who has a terrible, like, what I would call a Simpsons disease, because he's yellow and...
He's very jaundiced, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got Steeler Dan, whose major weapon in all this is mustache.
Well, Geordie Munro and...
Oh, Geordie Munro, that's right.
Well, Finn McCool is more of a cartoon.
No, Finn McCool's a giant.
Yeah.
So I think that's a separate thing. Now, so we need to figure out the order of the humans. I don't think any of these humans are winning, owing to the fact that they're humans.
Well, Geordie Munro's an old man. That's got to count against him.
But he's Scottish. And this is a brawl. This is a straight-up, bare-knuckle brawl. I think Munro does a lot. I think Lightning Jack's out first, out of all of them. I just think he's so smarmy. Geordie Munro just headbutts him. And is
he too tall?
Who, Munro or Lightning Jack?
No, Lightning Jack. He's very tall. Is that height advantage going to be...
But it's mainly head.
Leverage or...
His tallness is mainly head. So, that
he's unbalanced.
Unbalanced. His glass jaw is the size of... is half the rink. You know what I mean? Geordie Munro just goes and just headbutts him and just goes, get it! Yeah, give him that. Yeah, he's big, I hit it. You know, that's all you hear. And I think Lightning Jack's out.
I think Geordie Munro's going to struggle in later rounds with the stamina.
I think so. So then you've got Steeler Dan versus Geordie Munro happening in this whole kind of melee that's going on. I like Steeler Dan.
He needs a concealed steel beam, though, doesn't he, to have a weapon? He needs to be pulling that out of the shorts and the foreign object.
He might be the human left standing because of that. And I think also because, obviously, we used to work in a forge, you know, so he's used to being around...
Tough northern lad.
Still
got his moustache.
And if you go to Steelers games every week, he gets pucks chucked at him, you know. And I think that toughens you up in a way that can't be described. So currently, I've eliminated quite a few people. I think Lightning Jack's out, Geordie Munro's out, Clangus is out. Paws will do all right, and it pains me to say this, but I think Paws is who kills Steeler Dan. I think the Panther leaps upon the weaker Steeler Dan,
claws him to death,
just rips out his throat.
How's Finn McCool beating anybody? Finn McCool is a giant.
Yeah. But
how does that hurt someone?
I mean, the lad's ripped. You ever seen him?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that lad never misses leg day. He is just... he's a machine. He's the Brock Lesnar of this brawl, right?
But how's he getting close enough to Scorch? Because Scorch just breathes on him.
Well, he's a Titan. How do you, like, you know... He's
not fireproof, though.
That's very true. And maybe that's his undoing. Maybe that, you know, but I think...
He's a giant, he's not a superhero.
I think that's true, but the Titans are like one step from godliness. I'm not saying Finn McCool is borderline a god and we should start worshipping him, but I think if you want to start a cult, that's not a bad place to start. I think he's the one who then destroys Oz and the last remnants of Steeler. This is a surreal conversation I'm having right now. So I think your final three is the actual devil, a dragon, and a titan, right?
So the Panther's gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just like kick away. Well, you know, I try to attack the dragon. The dragon just went off you go. You're boned. Now, so we are coming down. It's a heck of a freeway.
Well, dragons are massive, aren't they?
Dragons
fly, so that's going to take out Finn McCool's height advantage.
That's my thinking. I think that the dragon and the devil take, you know, when it comes down to this final three, I think that they kind of team up here because they see Finn as well. He's got all those positives. A little bit like an infant Hercules almost. It's in the kind of don't want that. And I think they work together to bring down Finn McCool. All this, I imagine all this is happening within the very short space of time in a period break.
It's the gap between the third place game and the final.
Fine. This should replace the third place game. I would pay to see this.
Well, we pay to see the third place game as well.
But I'd be happy about paying to see this, is what I'm saying. So we're now... I think logic dictates you're down to the devil, Taz, and...
Scorch.
An actual dragon. It's a tough one. I'll tell you why it's a tough one.
Okay, I like to hear this because I think it's massively one-sided.
You think it's massively the devil?
Yeah. No.
You think it's massively the dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go on then. I'll hear your argument first.
Right. Taz is one of the smaller mascots.
Tiny.
It has a pitchfork.
And no neck.
No neck.
No neck.
But once the dragon gets airborne, how does the devil hurt it? The devil cannot hurt a flying dragon. So the flying dragon has all the tactical advantage as the aerial advantage. It can go onto the ground and fight a land battle if it wants to, but it can also attack from the air. And Taz is just going to be shoving his pitchfork like a man shouting at clouds. Old man yells at cloud, yeah, because what can you do if he doesn't come down and fight on your level? It's like humans versus sharks. Home advantage matters.
Yes, it is.
And in the same thing here, Scorch never needs to go down onto land and fight on Taz's terms.
Here's the thing about Scorch. In his canon, does he actually have wings / the ability to fly?
He's a dragon.
Yeah, but you don't see any kind of wings, and not all dragons fly. There are lots
dragonflies.
Yeah, well, but and some flies are not dragon. But there is a big part of mythos that says that all dragons fly, and I've not seen any evidence to say, but from a canon point of view, that Scorch is a flying dragon. In fact, I have a lot of evidence to suggest that he is quite ground-based.
There's a lot of evidence to suggest he's a crocodile.
There's a lot of evidence to suggest he's a crocodile. But he's called Scorch, so we'll have to just go with him on that. Do you see what I mean?
Again, my home advantage thing still stands if it's devil versus crocodile.
No, you're the devil, man. Devil can do what he wants.
Can he swim?
He has to get here via the river Styx. You know? I think he'll be absolutely fine with that kind of thing. I mean, I'm gonna still say that Scorch is a dragon rather than a crocodile, because I think if we say Scorch is a crocodile, he goes out much earlier than the final two. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I think the Panther would have something to say about that. I think Finn McCool would have something to say about that. If he's a flying dragon, I think Scorch might pinch it, but I haven't seen proof in the canon to tell me. And we've also forgotten about the last man in this as well. There's a mascot we have forgotten. And I think this is how the match goes, right? Devil's about to win. Scorch is broken, body mangled. The kids are crying. You know, this is not what they expected. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the hero that we all wanted and needed appears. It's Rory, the Elite League mascot. Also the Edinburgh Capitals mascot, because he was around at the time. The Elite League mascot Rory comes. George and the dragon, but in this case, George is on the dragon's side. And he stabs the devil in the back when he's not looking. And the actual true winner is the Elite League. Alright, Jonathan, my hypothetical. How bad do you have to be in this league to not win it if Sidney Crosby is in your side?
So we're just dropping Crosby onto one of the rosters.
We are saying, congratulations, random bad team. You've now got Sidney Crosby on your side. How many matches does he win just because he's Sidney Crosby? And how bad do you have to be to not win the league with him on your roster?
Okay, well, immediately, let's go down the table. If you put him on Belfast or Cardiff's team,
they win.
That makes the difference for
Absolutely.
them. So, is the current Brayhead roster plus Sidney Crosby... Sorry, the current Glasgow roster... Pounding the swear jar. Is the current Glasgow roster strong enough that if you add Crosby, they can catch the top two? I think it probably is.
I mean...
Glasgow, I think, are the third best team in the league.
Yeah.
And their recent run of form has been terrific. You know, they've had a lot of games in hand because of the unbalanced schedule they have at the start of the season with all the road games and stuff. They're sort of pretty much evened up now. And as a result, they've got a true position of third. So I think Crosby would make the difference in a few of those early season tight games. I
mean, he makes he's a massive difference in the NHL. He's a 1.3 points per game man. You know, he's played 921 games in the show, and he's scored 1,189 points.
1,089?
Yeah, 1,189 total points, 436 goals, 753 assists. I mean, the Penguins are middling to average this year. He's already got 73 points. He's on course to